Hey, what's up, guys? In this video, I'm going to share with you what my top 5 favorite compounds are in the order in which I prefer them. I've actually only done 5 steroids, so it actually works out well to rate them in order. And I just want to start by saying that every compound I mention is a good one. Like, it has its place, and some of them, like, have, depending on what your goals are, might be better than others in specific circumstances. But regardless, I'm just going to share with you my perspective on ones based on my preference, what my favorite ones are, and the reasons why that is. Okay, so to get right into it, number 5 is going to be Anavar. Now, Anavar is a great compound. Like, I really don't have much bad things to say for it, other than it kind of crushes my HDL, my lipids, every time I do it. But the only other bad thing I can say is that you can't really run it for a long duration like you can injectables. So that's part of the reason why I'm rating it as number 5. But that being said, it does work. It works really well for what it is. It's not like a super strong compound. Like, I wouldn't compare it anywhere close to like NPP as far as the strength goes you get on it, but it has that pre-workout effect, and there's something to be said about that. It does have a great anabolic effect after running it for like 8 weeks or so. Like, you notice you're a bit more jacked. So it's a great compound, but I'm gonna put it at number 5 because the other ones are just better. Okay. Anything else I should mention about Anavar? No, I think that's about it. That's why I'll just simply say that it's number 5. Number 4 is going to be Primobolan. I know Primobolan is like a really popular choice for a lot of people now as far as compounds go. And it's one of those ones where, like Anavar, I can't really speak bad about it, but it's just not, it doesn't have the like a really pronounced effect. And it's a bit of a slow burner. Like when you're taking Primobolan, you're not going to notice the real effects until the second month of taking it, right? So that's one of the reasons why I have it in the number 4th position, and it's not that strong. And when I was on it, I swore that I almost had a bit of a sexual dysfunction while on it. I don't know if it was because of that. But that's based my experience, and I don't get that on any other compounds like Masteron. It's the complete opposite. I'm like too sexual. So there's that. Anavar's, the one thing I like about Anavar is I didn't get really any acne while on it, when some of the other compounds get acne. But what else should I say? It's just not. I think it's one of those like designer steroids. It's like, people really like it. It works, and it does a great job, and it's safe, but I just don't find the results like exactly what I'm looking for, especially based on the price of it, right? That's going to be the major thing why it's going to be at that number 4 level. What is number 3? It's going to be, you have to mention testosterone. This is a steroid, right? It's number 3. It's kind of the standard, but again, it's one of those compounds that's like, it's good for what it is. It's the base, right? You need it before you do anything else, and you could do test only cycles and it works. But it's one of those things where it's like, if you do test only, it's kind of just one dimensional, and there is that estrogen conversion, which means you can't really run high amounts of it without taking an AI. But the reason why it's number 3 for me, for the most part, is I just don't find it has those like special qualities. Like, it's great. It's high. 3 is high on the list. You know, it's an honorable mention, but it's like, it's not on the top of the list because it just doesn't have those like great qualities. Okay. And but that being said, it's the staple, it's the standard, it's the base that you do, so it's important. And I also like when I up the dose, I enjoy being on a little bit of a higher dose of testosterone, so I do like it. Okay. But that being said, there's ones I like more, and number 2 is going to be Nandrolone. Nandrolone is one that I found a lot of people don't like for some reason in the steroid community, and I think it's just because they had bad experience with it, where they ran a little bit too high. Maybe they got decadic, or they just got bad anxiety or bad side effects. So, you know, I found the dose that works for me, and I really love it. Whenever I use the MPP, not Deca, so it's a Nandrolone. But whenever I go on it, I notice within 2 weeks my strength just explodes and I start filling out a bit. Like I've only just started doing 150 a week just to kind of get my feet wet before I actually start my cycle, my proper cycle. I'm bumping up to like 300-400, and even that, like I just feel fuller. The strength in my gyms, performance in the gym is higher. I believe it has great psychological benefits as well. I just feel better when I'm on it. I feel amazing. I think we did too much of it. It might be a bit overstimulating, so that's why people feel anxiety or depressed on it. Maybe it's because it's interacting with their nervous system in a bad way. But I only run into that when I run over 300-400. Then I start falling into anxiety, things like that. A bit of I wouldn't call it a rage, but you're a bit more like on edge, which isn't sometimes a good thing. But number two, because it just works. Like as far as steroids go, you take NPP, it works. That's why it's high on the list, because it works a lot better than the rest of them. Number one is going to be Masteron, because I believe it's just the perfect steroid. It's mild, but you can run a little bit higher of it, so it balances out, right? Like, as opposed to running 200 NPP, you could run like 600 or 700 Masteron if you really wanted, and it would be, you wouldn't really have that many side effects other than maybe your lipids a bit skewed. But even then, it's not even that much. And it's anabolic. Some people don't think it is. They just think that it just shrinks perhaps you a bit, and you lose bloat when you're doing it. That's the only thing it does. But no, you get stronger on it. Your libido goes up, your energy goes up, your gym performance goes up. I liken it to Primobolan, but with even better nervous system stimulation, right? Which is, for me, ideal. Like, I just feel way better on Masteron than I am on Primobolan. So for that, that's why it's top on the list. Whenever I run Mast and testosterone and sometimes MPP on top of that cycle, I just feel like $1,000,000. I found the balance that works for me. My gym performance, I think it's really great for guys who are into sports, for sports performance. Like a test Mast is going to be like a TRT plus or sports TRT. That's really going to work well. Again, with a little bit of nandrolone, really well. And the other reason is, like, I use the propionate, which is like within your third pin, like I do it every other day. By the third time you're pinning, you're on it. It's like you don't have to wait for a while, and for me that's desirable. Not everybody's going to agree with that. Some people like the longer esters and things. That's fine too. But within the first week, it's just like, okay, here it is. It's knocking on your door. It's there, and for that reason, I just can't think of anything wrong with it. The other compounds, I can think of something wrong with it, like Anavar. You can only run it for a short period of time. Nandrolone, even, if you run too high of it, you get negative side effects. And testosterone, it converts to estrogen too much. Primobolan, it takes too long, and it's not even that strong, and it's expensive. Masteron is just like, it works right away, it does what you want, you got no side effects, so it's like the perfect compound. And I believe it even frees up the, what's it called, SHBT or whatever. I'm sorry, I should have prepared for that off the top of my head, but it's like, it frees up the ability for your receptor sites to get the steroid to the receptor site. Binding globulin, that's the word I was looking for. Okay, so anyway, I believe it does that too. Don't quote me on that. So yeah, that's my list. What do you think about that? Some of you might disagree with nandrolone. I know it's one of those things people either love or they hate, but everybody's different, right? I think, and that's the whole key about trying different things. Sometimes it's like you can listen to people in the online community and tell you what's best, but everybody's different. Everybody's got different genetics. Like some people respond really well with Trenbolone. Some other people can't tolerate Trenbolone. Some people, like this, like orals. Some people can't do orals because they can't. It just ruins their appetite and things. So everybody's different, and I found what works for me. Maybe in the future the list will change. Maybe I'll try Anadrol. That'll be like number 2. Probably not, or maybe I'll try Trenbolone and that'll be up there. But my list is based on not just effectiveness, but as well as safe and and but effectiveness is going to be the key. Like, what's the point of taking steroids if it's not effective, right? But I don't want to do things effective and then have negative side effects. That would mean it's more lower on the list. So anyway, what are your guys' thoughts? Leave in the comment section below. Let me know what you think, okay, about my list. Thanks for watching. Peace.